All right, this is Miss Gooding's World History First Period class, and you're watching
Rider News! Retract. Everybody know that I'm a rough rider on the beat. I be like a tidal wave, but yeah, by the way, hope you follow when the ride away. And I'm minus on the sheet. Walk up in the room and everybody sit down. Schooling everybody in the heart of this town. Green and white is the PAHS. Color with a fight is the PA they best. Got the minor blues, we got brighter views, and together it is rider news. I be like a lighter when I get up in the booth. If you try to strike me, fire is the move. And advisory is where you're watching. All the eyes can see a reporter talking. All up in the big screen when I go into the class where you run the big things every day, and that's a wrap.
Good morning, Rough Riders. Welcome to another Wednesday at Port Angeles High School. Before we jump into today's show, we have a very important announcement from our high school administrators and custodians. So students, listen up. We are all aware of the stupid TikTok bathroom challenge currently trending, but don't be so easily manipulated by your social media. It is never okay to vandalize or steal school property. Severe punishments are already being handed out in the bathrooms, and the 300 hall and 600 hall have already been closed until further notice. Unless you want to lose all your bathroom privileges or be stuck using the porta potties for the rest of the year, remember the Rider Way. Now that we clearly understand how to be a positive force on campus, let's take a look at some of the students who are always a positive force. The leadership students, as they showcase the fast approaching homecoming spirit days in their own fashion show. It's Wednesday, September 22nd, and I'm Sequoia Grippo. Ever since our school was evacuated last Tuesday due to a bomb threat, rumors have been running rampant across campus. While staff and students should be commended on their response to a potential emergency, plenty of confusion still reigns around school surrounding the incidents. Police combed PAHS and a bomb squad was dispatched to the scene before determining that our school was once again safe for students and staff to return. Our news team caught up with Principal Tanner Zart, as well as some students caught in the evacuation last week, to reflect on the chaotic day and comment on where we should go from here concerning such emergencies. Let's take a look.
This unfortunately was not my first bomb threat that I've ever had at a high school. So as, things were going down, I was actually off campus when this occurred. So when I heard the news, my first thing was to make sure that I checked in with all our other administrators and make sure that everyone knew what they had to do and they did it. Mr. Gratz actually took lead on our response on Tuesday, and he did an amazing job. So that was my first thought, was to make sure everyone was where they needed to be and everyone did their job. Obviously, my biggest worry was student safety. I wanted to make sure that we got the building evacuated as fast as we can, and we did that in less than 5 minutes. Every single building was clear. And then my next concern was just making sure that kids were at a safe distance so that we could make sure you guys were safe, and we did all of those things in a very short period of time, so I was really happy with that. Yeah, and they do have some information on the person who made the call. Unfortunately, it's a open investigation, so I can't really share with you all the details of it, but just know that the police are looking into it, and they assure us that we're safe. We're safe to be at school, but it's an active investigation, and they're working hard to try to find the person who made the call.
I thought it was kind of weird. I didn't really know what was going on, especially since they didn't tell me what was going on. And so we kind of all just dropped our things and went outside. I didn't really think much of it, but...
The procedure is that in the future, if this was to happen again, you follow your teacher and they will guide you to the evacuation area that you're listed on. Every room has an evacuation map, so when in doubt, look at the evacuation map in your classroom. In the future, we're probably going to have students take their backpacks with them, but we're going to have clarification on that in the future with you guys. So everyone did a great job, and just to make sure that to follow your teacher and evacuate where you're told. So everyone did a great job.
Once again, a great deal of respect to all the staff and students caught up in the events of that day. It's good to know we can all keep our wits during such intense times. For any students still feeling overwhelmed by the bomb threat last week, please make sure to contact with the counseling office who can provide additional support. The counselors are incredibly busy, but they will always schedule time for students who need them. Whether you need to talk to someone, change class, or explore other programs that are available to you, you can schedule an appointment with our counselor by speaking with our new counseling office secretary, Matt Moore. Don't know who Matt is or where to find him? Don't worry. Ryder's got you covered with this next segment. Check it out.
Matt Moore. I am the new counseling secretary at the school here. I just moved up to Port Angeles from Northern California, and I've been here now just about 2 months. And I've never worked in a school before now. I used to run a nonprofit organization in Northern California for hospice care. So I wanted to start looking into getting a teacher certificate, so I'm going to start. I decided I wanted to come work at the school here. I think just helping the counselors help the students. You know, my job is to support them while they support everyone else. My biggest goal is to just try to get to know everyone and make sure that we get to help everyone that we can who needs it throughout the year. The hardest part is probably trying to keep track of everyone coming and going while school's going, and the easier part is probably just filing office work.
I met Matt Moore. Matt Moore and I actually went to college together many years ago in Reno, Nevada. Matt also was an English major years ago, like I was, before we both decided to kind of go into education. He's a friend of mine, and I think he's a really good fit for this school. Matt, he's thoughtful, quiet, but works really hard, and he's super organized, so he's a great fit for that job. You know what, talking to Mrs. Snell and her whole team, we just needed someone who was gonna help the counseling department get everything organized and, you know, be efficient. Mr. Moore, he actually managed some nonprofits, multiple nonprofits over the years, so he has a big skill set in managing offices and processes, so we thought he'd do really well at that job. I think he's doing great. I haven't had any single complaints. He seems like he's doing well with kids and staff members, and sounds like he's doing a good job joining our community.
Thank you to Matt Moore for taking some time to speak with us. You can find Matt in the counseling office. Make sure to schedule an appointment with your counselor if you need any assistance, since the counseling department is no longer taking walk-ins or seeing students during advisory period. But since we are on our way to completing the first month back to school, everyone should be settling into their classes and schedules by now, just in time to add campus clubs to the mix. You guys engaged with the Rider Rush last Thursday, and the turnout was amazing. One of the best student turnouts for any club day in Port Angeles High School. We had a news team running around trying to capture the magic. Let's hear from some club advisors and students at the event.
Oh my gosh, it went so well. It was like so nice and sunny out. There was just a good turnout, you know. There was like a whole bunch of clubs and stuff. We had like DECA, we had RAD, we had Thespian Society. We had it all, you know. And I think it's a good thing because it gets everyone involved in clubs that they want to do. If maybe like you're like, man, I don't know what kind of clubs there are, then you can just look around and like get on it, you know what I mean? So that's what I think about it.
Hi, I'm Mr. Brabant, and giving you a little spiel on the club fair that was yesterday, Thursday at lunch. Had a great time. I had a really good group of my FBLA officers that were kind of running my booth, so I was able to run around with a camera and take a bunch of pictures, but I was really impressed with the number of different clubs that are out there that were seeking people. And the thing is, it's encouragement. We want you all to get involved with something. Whatever club or sport it is, get involved with something. So it was really good. It was a nice sunny day as opposed to today, but it's nice to get everybody out there engaged and basically selling their spiel, right? So our FBLA group, we were giving away cotton candy. So if you didn't get any, sorry, you have to wait till the next time. But we also were able to talk to about 25 or 30 kids that were seriously interested in joining our group. So if you're interested, come see me. I'm in room 403, and yeah, it's a great group. FBLA is basically the largest student leadership group in the country, and we would love to have you part of our group.
I am one of the leadership members on the team. We're doing the Rider News Club Day today, whatever it's called, but I'm on the DECA club, and it's a very fun club. It's a business and marketing club. You get to do competition and go on field trips. It's a very fun club.
That was such a successful event. It makes me that much more excited to see the turnout next week for all of the activities for homecoming. Remember, each day is jam-packed with dress-ups, fun sports, lip syncs, and our next all-school assembly. Now, let's leave you with this week's winner of the prized Ruffy Award. Students are still competing to win a $200 gift card to the student store, which officially opened on campus this week. All you've got to do is grab your selfie with each week's winner. Also, stay tuned to the end of today's episode to see who won the Raffle Award from Rider Rush last week. From all of us here in the newsroom, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next week, you've been watching Rider News.
Hey everybody, I am awarding the Ruffy to Ms. Isley and Ms. Lane. If you have never met them, you need to get down to the front office and meet these guys. They are so friendly and so nice and so helpful, and I couldn't do my job without them. Anytime that there are awards or anything, they step up and they help me out with those. Student recognition, they're right there, and no matter how much work I ask them to do, they have never ever said no to me. And so Ruffy is going to Ms. Isley and Ms. Lane. Come down to the front office and get your picture taken with Ruffy.
Hi, I'm Debbie Lane, and I'm the registrar.
Hi, I'm Bev Isley. I'm the principal secretary.
And we are very excited to win the Ruffy Award. Yay!
Thanks, Gallagher.
Van Blair is the winner of the Club Fair drawing.